Hey guys, East Tennessee Prepper here, and let me go ahead and get this out of the way. If you find this video informative or you have a use for it, or any of my other videos, please consider subscribing. Like, share this video, comment below. Just let me know that you are alive out there and paying attention. Now that we've got that out of the way, because you hear that on every video all across YouTube, we're going to talk a quick chat on emergency food storage and the number one most common mistake a new person that is coming into the preparedness community makes, including myself 8 years ago. Okay, so you have a family or you don't have a family. It could be just for yourself. It doesn't matter. You should be prepared. You should have emergency food put back. I don't care, guys, if this is not a tinfoil scenario. Storms happen, power outages happen. You saw my video from a week or so back, 2 weeks ago, the flooding that we had. We had that same flooding a week later to the day. Same scenario again. Everything closed off, can't get nowhere. I had no worries. And you should want to feel that way as well. You should have things put back, especially food to provide for your family or for yourself, or whatever the scenario is. You can have some neighbors that you really, really, really like and you care for, and you want to make sure that whoever, just prepare for it. And you may have finally come around and started thinking, you know what? I've seen these billboards by Ready.gov and FEMA, and they've been saying we should prepare for contingencies that may happen out there. And you went online, and hey, you may have even went somewhere and saw that the Red Cross has a booth set up that promotes and gives you information on how to prepare for disasters. And so, okay, hey, the government's telling us whatever it took for you to get into it, so be it. Again, this is not a tinfoil situation. We're not talking about a zombie apocalypse, alien invasion, super volcanoes, etc., and so on. We're talking things that happen frequently all across this planet. And so, you may want to start out short term. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is let's do a 3-day supply for my family, and then bump up to a 7-day, then a 2-week, then a month. Whatever your long-term goal is, so be it. You should at least start out with the 3-day, and then build your way up from there, and then that gives you more time to get more information. So, number one mistake made by myself and several others in our community is this. You decided to get into it, you're concerned for the well-being of your family, and then you're like, oh my God, I don't have any food. So then you run off to the Walmart, to the dollar store, to the Dollar Tree, to the Family Dollar, to the Dollar General, every store that has a dollar in it, or grocery stores, and you immediately buy up in bulk the cheapest food on that's possible, because you are looking at quantity and not quality. Eating should be a morale booster. Anything in times of disaster that helps promote morale is most recommended, and you should focus on that when it comes to yourself and your family. And eating should not take away from that morale. It should not depress you. As in a perfect example, I have probably 30 gallons of dried beans downstairs. Now, who in my family eats those dried beans? Oh yeah, me, no one else. They would rather eat their shoe, okay? There's other foods that I do have that they will eat, some that they tolerate. What you need to do is prep what you eat, okay? So let's say that you don't prepare, and a snowpocalypse has been forecasted, and oh my gosh, it's going to be a blizzard. We're looking at 6 to 8 feet, etc., and so on. You've waited till the last minute, like the majority of the population. You ran out to the grocery store and it is bare. Or let's just say a major catastrophe has happened, and you go out to the super centers or wherever to get supplies, and once again everything is bare, except for, wait a minute, there's something we can eat. And then you pick it up and you're like, oh God, Is this all we have? Perfect example. Do you see this? I'm not sure how well, but this camera's going to focus on this. So what we have here in this little itty bitty can is made by Rose, and it's called pork brains with milk gravy. Don't that just sound appetizing? Let's look at the nutritional facts. Total fat, 5 grams. Oh, that's not bad. Saturated fat is 2.5 grams. Well, again, not so bad. Sodium, 500 milligrams, about 21%. Total carbs, 9. Okay. Protein, 14 grams. Now here's the killer, besides the fact that it's brains in milk gravy. Cholesterol, 3,190 milligrams. That is 1,060% of your daily recommended cholesterol. Plus, this is disgusting. You don't want to eat this, okay? And in times of crisis, no matter how dire they are, there's just certain things that your family and yourself are not going to eat. This is probably going to be one of them. And every now and then, I'm going to post a video of me eating said ridiculous thing to help promote that you should go out and get what your family will eat. So here, in a couple of weeks, when I build up enough intestinal fortitude, I'm going to prepare said pork brains with milk gravy. Now, this little printed, of course, they fly proudly that it's made in the USA. I don't know if that really, I'm a big USA guy. But pork brains are pork brains, whether it's from Vietnam or, I'm not looking forward to this. We'll take one for the team. Now, this printed label does show it mixed with scrambled eggs. So, yeah, that's what's going to happen here in a couple of weeks. Pork brains with milk gravy. You don't want to be stuck eating this. So, prepare for your family. Be responsible. Gather information. Educate. And feed your mind. And get good food to feed your family. Especially, put back some desserts. Things that makes your tongue smile. Maybe a little bit of chocolate pudding or whatever your family enjoys that, in that moment, no matter what has happened around. It brings a little bit of normalcy in their life and a little bit of happiness. And you as a dad or you as a mom, you've brought that to them. And it's something that you should be commended for. So don't be like my family and be stuck with 20 pounds of beans or 30 pounds of beans and not be happy, or a whole stockpile of pork brains that is left on the shelf right there next to the pickled pig's feet. So anyway, guys, that's it. Just avoid that number one mistake. You may seem like you're saving money, but you're actually throwing it away by getting food that nobody in your family wants to eat. So that wraps up this edition. And once again, as always, I hope you guys have a great day.